Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Upskin Joe PT, and for today I have here a game that I wanted to benchmark for a long time, but I had some reasons to not to do it. Despite a lot of people had requested on the channel, I haven't done it, and I will explain why. But anyway, here it is, Ghost of Hotel, developed by CFGC, and they are using Unity 5 engine. So this developer, this is their first game. I hope they keep developing more games like this, because this is really good, and it was born from a Kickstarter campaign. Okay, so it was only possible because gamers paid for it. Okay, so I got access to this game recently because I subscribed to Origin Access in order to get 10 hours of access to Battlefield 5. I wanted to try out Battlefield 5, so I subscribed to Origin Access, and I have noticed that in the vault of Origin Access, Ghost of Hotel, it is included, okay? So which means that I have 1 full month of access to Ghost of Hotel. There are more games there, like The Witness and Rhyme. There are multiple good games inside Origin Vault, so you should really try out, okay? So let's forget about Origin and EA stuff, and let's proceed to the settings. So I'm running the game with 1080p. Most of these settings I will leave at default. They don't really impact the performance, which is something that I was surprised, because I was expecting that raising or decreasing the tessellation amount or the tessellation distance would penalty the performance a lot, but in fact there is barely a difference, so I decided to keep the things on default. Texture resolution, on the other hand, you can select from normal, half or quarter. If you have a 2 GB graphic card, I suggest you to keep on off. It seems that normal, it uses more than 2 GB, and for us it seems that causes a lot of stuttering. Most of the stuff that I think that penalties the most the performance, it is motion blur, chromatic aberration, depth of field, anti-aliasing, bloom, and that's it. Usually for most games this barely impacts the performance, but for some reason in this game it actually, each option consumes 1 or 2 frames, so I've decided to go without motion blur, without depth of field, and without chromatic aberration. Anyway, this is the result for multiple settings. The recommended brings the textures on normal, okay, and brings all that kind of stuff enabled. So I got an average of 40 and a 1% low of 24. Then I proceeded with the graphics that you saw right now, without depth of field, chromatic aberration and motion blur, and with the off textures. I got an average of 47 and a 1% low of 29. Then I decided to re-enable all those settings. I decided to keep the textures on off, and I've decided to test the game at 900p, and I got an average of 52 and a 1% low of 30s, okay? But for me, I think the 1080p without depth of field, motion blur and chromatic seems better to me. Yeah, for most games I can get away with TAA and 900p without even noticing too much of a difference, because I have a 22-inch screen, so the screen is not big, and sometimes I don't really notice that much the difference in resolution. But in this game, yeah, it's very noticeable, so yeah, I prefer to go with 1080p because of that. The other thing about this game is that most of this game runs really well. It's just some spots in the scenario that really penalties the performance. In this case, since we are on these caves, sewers or whatever, it is the smoke effects that really penalties the performance. As soon as you get outside, you get much better graphics and the performance, it is better. There are some scenes in here, in these caves, without that smoke, which the game performs at 40 or even 50 frames per second. So I'm really disappointed with the fact that they didn't add an option to control the particles quality, because if we control the quality of the smoke or the quantity, probably we could get away without having this smoke to penalty so much the performance. And I don't see the reason why this needs to penalty the performance that much, okay? So that's my main disappointment with the technical part of the game. Okay, so yeah, let's wrap it up about this technical thing. Now about the game itself. This is pretty much a stealth game. Okay, some people say this is an RPG. I haven't seen too much RPG about this game, but I haven't played that much, so I don't know. But it seems that Steam users are actually very impressed with this game. most of the Steam users gave a big rating to this game. The rating in this game on Steam, it's outrageously good. Okay, so I believe this game should really be very good because Steam users are really liking this game, and it's actually very cheap. You can buy this game for around 22-23 euros by the time of the video, or if you believe that you can finish this game in less than 1 month, you can pay to Origin Access and get access to this game, Rime, Witness, Battlefields, and all that kind of stuff for 4 euros. Of course, after the subscription is finished, you lose access to all those games. But if you just want to complete this game, I think it's very cheap to go through that. Or if you want, you could go through Kinguin and help the channel if you buy through there, buy the link on the description. But in my opinion, the game is so cheap, I think that the Steam version, it is really the way you should go for, okay? So, I guess that's all that I want to talk for now about Ghost of a Tale. I will continue to feed you this video, okay? Because there is so much for you to watch about this game. You barely seen anything, so I'm just going to shut up. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of it, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye guys, thank you a lot for watching.